Today's topic is control structure. Now in control structure there are different categories: sequence, decision, looping, jump and level. We are going to discuss about all these topics one by one. First of all, before going to these topics, what is control structure? In programming language there are a number of instructions. These instructions are executed one by one or depending upon any condition. So if instructions are executed one by one, one after another, that is called sequence. We will see all the syntax of sequence, decision, selection, all of these syntax, flowchart and programming language one by one. Let's start with sequence. What is sequence? If all the instructions of a program are executed one by one, that is called sequence. It means the syntax of sequence is statement, statement 1, or instruction 1 is executed. After that statement 2, statement 3, and how many instruction or statements are there in program? They all are executed one by one. At last statement n. In sequence, statement 1 is executed, after that statement 2 is executed, after that statement 3 and go on. So all the statements are executed one by one without skipping any statement. Now what is the flowchart? Simple. Flowchart means the pictorial representation of any program. That is the statement 1, or you can write instruction also. Okay. Statement 1. After statement 1 is executed, what will be execution? Statement 2 will be executed. So statement 2, statement 3 and so on. Number of statements are executed one by one. Statement n. So from this flowchart you will identify that all the statements are executed one by one. Flowchart means it shows the how your control flows from top to bottom. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement n. So simple. Now let's take one example, programming example. Let's write one program. That is the example of sequence. Simple program, that is the program to enter two numbers and find the sum. This is the simple example, programming example. Question says enter two numbers. It means you have to write two integer variables, integer x, y, and you have to find the sum. So printf enter two numbers scanf %d, ampersand x and ampersand y. Now two numbers are entered. You have to find the sum of these two numbers. It means simple sum means sum is equal to x plus y. Now you have to display the sum. Printf sum is equal to %d sum. Now in this simple program, if we compile this program manually, first of all this statement or instruction is executed, include stdio.h, conio.h, void main. I don't have to explain all of this because I think It is very simple, basic. Why include stdio.h, what is does, okay, include conio.h. These are executed one by one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now integer x, y and sum, there are 3 variables, x, y and sum are created. After that, this instruction is or statement is executed, enter 2 numbers. After that, one by one, these all are executed one by one, that is called sequence. So you have to remember statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. No statement can be skipped. All the statements should be executed one by one. From flowchart it is clear that, and from in this program all the statements are executed one by one. You can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All are executed one by one. This is the example of sequence. Now let's go to the decision. Now what is decision? Decision means if the instructions are executed depending upon the certain condition. Now in sequence we don't have any condition, all the instructions are executed one by one. But in decision there are different conditions, depending upon that condition instruction will be executed. In decision also there are switch, if else, nested if else and ladders of if else. There are different parts of decision. Let's talk about the switch statement. So what is switch statements? If there are number of conditions that to be executed, but among these number of conditions you have to execute only one statement, then switch statement is used. This switch statement is the replacement of nested if else or multiple if else condition. So if you have to use multiple if condition or nested if else, then you can use switch statement. Sometimes you can say that switch statement can be used for menu driven program. Menu driven program means you have to give the multiple choice to the user. For example, you ask the users to enter 2 numbers and find the sum, division, multiplication or subtraction of a given number, and user will choose one of them. Then in such type of menu driven case, switch statements are used. So let's see the syntax. In syntax, switch expression, case 1, statement 1. Case 2, statement 2. Break. Statement 3. Break. And so on. There are number of cases. Okay. Case can be number of cases. At last, default statement. So let's explain this switch statement with the help of flowchart. Switch expression, case 1, case 2, case 3 or case 4, case n. Case 1, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 and statement N. Let's explain this. In switch case, you have to identify or you have to give the expression. This expression is nothing but a variable or a constant. So you have to write any variable or a constant. If you write a variable, the value of variable must be numerical value. It does not support float value or it support only character value. So expression, depending upon the expression, it will evaluate the different cases. For example, this is just, you can imagine this switch statement as the switch of an electric board. Okay. So if you switch one button, if there are multiple switches, okay, 1, 2 and 3, if there are different switch 1, 2 and 3 and they are associated with different bulbs. For example, there is bulb 1, bulb 2 and bulb 3. So if you switch on this switch, one number switch, then one number bulb will be, B1 will be light. Other B1 and B2 will not be switched on. So if you switch on 2, then this B2 bulb will be switched on. It means if you write expression 1 here, if the value of expression is 1, then the case 1 will be evaluated and the statement 1 will be executed. Other rest of the statements are discarded. Similarly, if expression, the value of expression is 2, then the case 2 will be evaluated or this statement 2 will be executed and rest of the other case 1 and other case will be discarded. And sometimes there may be a condition that the value of expression is, for example, in this example, value of expression is 5 and there is no case 5, there is only case 1, case 2 and case 3. Now what will be executed? It means default statement will be executed. If this case does not match, any case does not match, then the default statement will be executed. In default statement, you can write your expression. So this is the flowchart and the syntax. Now let's take an example, programming example. So the example of switch case is a little bit long but very simple. Program to enter length and breadth of a rectangle and display the area and perimeter according to user's choice. The question says that you have to enter the length and breadth of a rectangle and display the area and perimeter according to user's choice. It means if there is a user's choice, means user will choose only to find area or perimeter. Okay, so this is a menu driven program which should be solved by using switch case. If there is a question user's choice, then you have to solve this problem by using the switch case statement. Let's write the example. Simple. In all the programming, you have to identify the number of variables. You have to determine the number of variables. How many variables are required for this program? Length and breadth means write down integer L, B. You can write length and breadth also. And you have to find the area and perimeter. Area and perimeter. These are the number of variables that are required for this program. And this is a menu driven. You have to give the users a choice. It means what user want to find out. User want to find out the area or user want to find out perimeter. So you write one ch or choice variable also, because user have to choose the which should be displayed, area or perimeter. Now This is for user 1 area slash n, it means in the next line, to perimeter. User will choose from area and perimeter. If user enter 1, then he is trying to find out the area of two length and breadth given numbers, and if users enter 2, then you will find out perimeter. Now before finding out the perimeter or area, you have to enter the value of length and breadth. So you can directly ask which user will choose. So write down printf enter your choice. First of all, you have displayed area and perimeter, 1 area, 2 perimeter. Now user will enter your choice. User will enter either 1 or 2. Scanf the user's choice %d %ch. Now user has chosen either 1 or 2. So now this is very simple example. You can directly take the value of length and breadth before switch statement. Also you can take the value of length and breadth after the switch statement also. So if we take the value of L and B after the switch statement, it will be a little bit lengthy but easy. So switch, now expression is CH. Now what will be the value of CH? If the value of CH is 1, we have to find the area. If the value of CH is 2, we have to find out the perimeter. It means case 1, if the value of CH is 1, case 1, then what we have to do? We have to find out the area. A is equal to, so before finding out the area, you have to enter the value of length and breadth. Printf enter the L and B. So simply write enter L and B. Scanf %d %L and %B. Now the value of L and B are given. So after taking the value of L and B, we can find area simply. Area L equal to A equal to L into B. Now display printf area equal to %d A. Break. Case 1 finished. Now if there is case 2, if the value of CH is 2, case 2, printf enter L and B. Scanf %d %d %L %B. So if the value of switch case CH is 2, we have to find the perimeter. Perimeter P equal to 2 into L plus B. Printf perimeter is equal to %d P. Break. Now we have only two cases because we have to find out area and perimeter. We have find out area and perimeter in case 1 and case 2. Now if users enter, while enter your choice, user can enter 1 or 2, but sometimes user may enter 3, 4 and 5. Then what you will do? You have to write the default statement. In case of not matching any cases, then default statement should be written. So I will drop this. Okay, we have already given two cases. Now if there is no case is matching, then you have to write the default statement. Default. Now what to write in a default? Printf invalid choice. You can customize this printf statement, write invalid choice or enter the numbers 1 and 2 only. Okay, invalid choice. You can write your own statement. Now switch case is finished. GETCH. Okay, in this program we have seen that if the switch case matches, then it will go to directly to that case. For in this example, if case is 2, it will directly go to this case. If case is 1, then directly go to the case 1, and if both does not matches, this goes to the default statement. This is all about the switch case. Now we will go to the if condition. Remember, this switch case is alternative to multiple if-else statement. If you have to write multiple if-else condition, then you can use switch statement. And another way of using switch is menu driven program. If there is a question that write a program, menu driven program, then you have to write the program by using the switch case. Now what is if? If means if there is any condition, depending upon the condition you have to execute the instruction, then you have to write if. Syntax is if condition. Condition may be anything, x is greater than y, x is less than y, okay, any condition, x is equal to y. If condition statements. This is the simple syntax. Let's see the flowchart. If condition true, statement 1, statement 2, if false goes to the statement 2. In this case, if the condition is true, then the statement 1 will be executed. Okay, you can write statements or statement 1, 2, 3. In this flowchart, look at here. If condition is true, then statement 1 is executed. If the condition is false, directly statement 2 is executed. It means depending upon the condition, your execution of statements or instructions are altered. In the sequence, we have said that all the instructions are executed one by one, and in decision, the instructions are not executed one by one, they will execute depending upon the condition. In switch case, we have seen that if the switch case matches, if case is 1, then case 1 will only execute. If case 2 matches, only case 2 will be executed. So depending upon the matching. Now in this also, if condition is matched, then statement 1 will be executed. Otherwise, if condition is false, statement 1 will never execute. So let's say the example. Programming example. Example means you have to write the programming example in the C program. Simply don't write simply 2-line example, write whole program. So I will write from I will skip this has include stdio for simpleness. Integer discount, simple example, and amount. What I am going to do is that I will enter the amount, and depending upon the amount, if the amount is more than 1000, you will get a discount, otherwise you will not get a discount. So let's see in the program. Printf enter the amount. Scanf %d ampersand amount. Now what I have to do, I have to check whether the amount is greater than 1000. So check if amount is greater than 1000, then what I have to do? I have to give the discount. Discount is equal to how much discount I have to give? Let's say 1%, 2% or 3%. 0.1 into 1000. It means I am giving only 1% discount if the amount is greater than 1000. So you have to display the discount now. So printf discount equal to %d discount. In this case, if this statement is true, then only discount will be calculated. Otherwise, if this statement is false, it means your amount is not greater than 1000, then discount will not be calculated. So this statement will be executed, but this statement will be executed either this condition is true or false, but the discount is not calculated if the condition is false. So this is the simple example. Now let's talk about if-else statement. If else. In if statement, there is only one condition and condition is checked, but here in if else there is one condition is checked, and if the condition is false, what we will do, that case determined. Syntax is if condition statement 1 else statement 2. Now this is not compulsory to write the curly braces here. If there are multiple statements, then you have to compulsory write the curly braces, otherwise curly braces are not required. Now let's draw a flowchart. This is very commonly used structure. If condition is true and if condition is false. If condition is true, then statement 1 will be executed. If condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. Statement 2 will be executed. It is very clear in the flowchart that if any condition is true, then statement 1 will be executed, otherwise the statement 2 will be executed. So let's see the programming example here. Program to find whether a given number is true or let's write a program about program to enter any two number and find the largest one. You have to enter two numbers and find the largest one. Always remember in mind, while writing a program, you have to identify or declare the variable, how many variables are required. So two numbers means you have to declare two variables x and y. Other variables are not required. And after declaring a variable, you have to give the value of a variable. Either you have to ask user to enter the value or you have to give directly. So in this case, we will ask the value of variable. Printf enter the value of x and y directly. So you can ask the value of x in one printf statement and value of y in another printf statement also. Scanf %d %d ampersand x and ampersand y. Now the value of variable are given. Now you have to check whether which value is greater one. So we say that if an else condition, if x is greater than y, this is a condition. If x is greater than y, it means this is a condition, and the value of condition is always either true or false. It means 0 or 1. So if the value of this statement, expression, condition x greater than y is true, then what we have to do? We have to printf say that x is greater. So x is greater. I simply write x is greater. Otherwise, if you want to display the value of x, then you have to write %d. I will display the value of y in the else statement. Else, it means if this statement is false, if x is greater than y, it is false, it means x is not greater than y, then y is obviously greater. So printf. Now here in the I will display the value of y. Y is greater. Also I want to display the value of y, then I can write %d y. In this case y is greater and the value of y is also displayed. So this is all about the if else statement. We will discuss about other if else, nested if else, ladders of if else and other control structures in the next video. Thank you.